Manchester City play Arsenal tomorrow at the Etihad Stadium. Obviously, it's a massive game. City and Arsenal obviously both drew in the week. City at home to Inter Milan, and Arsenal at home to... No, not at home, sorry. Away to Atalanta, sorry. I seen that David Raya made a good save. I didn't really watch a lot of that Arsenal game. I did watch bits of the first half, but I didn't really watch it like as a whole game. But the save from David Raya, I did see that. It was actually a good save. Will Arsenal come and play for a draw, or will they come out and try and get a win? Because, in my opinion, right, Arsenal might have to beat City twice if they're to win the league. Because last season they got 4 points off us and it wasn't enough. And they did drop points against a lot of teams that you'd expect them to be beaten. Like West Ham at home, Aston Villa at home, Villa home and away. And they lost away at Fulham and they drew at home to Fulham, so the games against the smaller oppositions kind of do play more of a part than what they do against like the bigger oppositions if you're to win a league title. But I'm going to give you my predicted City lineup. I would go with Edison at goalkeeper, Walker right back, centre backs. I would go with John Stones and Ruben Diaz, but I've got a feeling Akanji will start this. And then left back, I'd go Gvardiol. Midfield, I'd go for Rodri, Bernardo Silva, and Phil Foden in the midfield. And then right wing, I'd go Bernardo Silva. Up front, Erling Haaland. And left wing, Jack Grealish. The thing is, what I can see City struggling with is breaking Arsenal down, because we've never really been able to crack teams that play a low block. That's been always something that we've struggled with, regardless of whether we've had a striker or regardless of whether we've been playing with a false nine. Playing against a low block has always been a problem for us. And I feel like Arsenal, there's a good chance that they're going to do that. But the thing is, if City win this game, are Arsenal out of the title race? Because we'd be 5 points ahead of Arsenal. Yes, I know it'd only be 5 games in, but City would have to drop 5 points for Arsenal to catch us then. And also, it would mean that Arsenal would have to be pretty much perfect for the remainder of the season, because I couldn't see City dropping much more than 5 points. And also, Arsenal have to keep winning games. And that would remain to be seen, because if they lose this game, it could knock their confidence a bit. Because I know a lot of people said that when we beat them in the FA Cup, in the season where we won the treble, that it was better for Arsenal to lose that game. But psychologically, them losing that game, despite it not being a Premier League game, affected them mentally, in my opinion, because when they went on to play City twice in the league, they lost both games. So even though it's early on, I do believe for a psychological edge, whoever wins this game would be the favourite for the league title. I think I'd have De Bruyne as an impact sub in this game, because there was talk of him being out for this game, but then reports came out later on in the week that he might be back. But I wouldn't start him in this game, because I feel like if you bring him on with, say, 20, 25 minutes to go, and say the game's at 0-0, 1-1, something like that, you need De Bruyne to come onto the pitch, put loads of crosses into the box, and then hopefully we'd get the breakthrough. If I had to give a prediction on this game, I do think City's going to win 1-0. But I feel like it's not going to be like a regular goal scorer. It's not going to be like Haaland or anything like that, or an attacking player. I feel like it's going to be one of those games where you might see a Ruben Diaz score a goal from a corner, or Rodri score a worldie, something like that. I think it's going to be a tight tactical battle. It's not going to be one of those games that's going to be 2-2, 3-3. It's going to be one of those games where there's a late winner from either side, and it's a game that's going to go either way. But it's going to be like a game that ends either 1-0 to City or 1-0 to Arsenal, or it's going to be a 0-0 draw, I reckon, or maybe even 1-1. I can't see there being any more than 2 goals for either side in this game. I feel like it's going to be quite low scoring, if I'm being honest. So unless, like, you're a City and an Arsenal fan, I don't think you're going to enjoy the game, because when you're watching your team play, it's impossible not to enjoy it. But if you're like one of those games that like one of those football fans that like watching neutral games and you like seeing games with goals galore in them, I don't think this would be the game for you, if I'm being brutally honest. But anyway, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to the Anthony Joshua fight later on today, so I might do some clips of that. And take care. Have a lovely rest of your Saturday.